What's up, everybody? So I'm so excited to be here with my new friend. Oh, actually, I should ask you, do you pronounce it Yvonne, Yvonne, Yvonne? What's your name?
It's Yvonne.
Yvonne. Oh, so if my friend is watching, she loves Jamaica. That's what her name is too. But for 30 something years, I have not been calling her that. I keep mispronouncing it, so she let me slide. I'm gonna do my best because names are very important. Okay. So this is my new friend, and I found her on Facebook because I saw that she was all about Jamaica, and we know
Yes.
that your girl is moving to Jamaica. So she is. So I chatted with her on Zoom, and I was like, listen, we need to do a live because the US put a travel advisory, don't go to Jamaica. And I'm like, we need to talk to people about this because there's a lot of fear based on this announcement. And so I felt like hearing from two women who travel to Jamaica, this would be beneficial. So let me tell you about, well, I'll tell you, if you don't know who I am, let me tell you about me, and then I'm going to introduce her. So I have 30 years of business and sales experience. I actually had a Jamaican restaurant when I was 20 years old. I've been surrounded by Jamaicans since I'm 16. I love the culture. I love the vibes. Like I said, I'm moving to Jamaica. I'm starting a YouTube channel about that. And, I'm just about also, I think that empowering women and also learning facts about things is very, very important because sometimes we hear something and then it makes us freeze or makes us stop. So this is my friend. She is also a boss babe. She is an entrepreneur. She is a travel expert for the Caribbean. With her specialty is cultural immersion travel. That's a lot of words for me to say, but it's very important. She has over 20 years of experience. The name of her company is Vibes Travel Company. And we're going to put all her links in for these videos too. So you can check her out, follow her, do all this great stuff. So welcome, my friend.
Hello. How are you? Oh, well, Guan.
Wagwan. That's how you say what's going on in Jamaica. That's why. So I got my flag. She has hers, but it's on her ankle. And
Mine's on my ankle. I'm not lifting my
she's
ankle up
not
for
lifting
y'all.
her leg up.
Y'all pay me extra for that.
Yeah. Well, we both share our love for Jamaica. I shared what I like, the culture, the music, of course, and I feel that people are very welcoming and warm and genuine. What has your experience been like? Because you've been traveling there since you're 17, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
The easiest way to kind of talk about being able to dive deep into Jamaica is when I think I was 24.
24. All right.
Yeah, that's the best way to talk about that trip. I could talk about that
Okay.
trip. I was
So,
legal.
okay. Well, what happened that you fell in love with Jamaica? Like, tell us, like, for people who've never been, or maybe they've been and it was so long ago, things have changed in Jamaica from the first time I went. Now there's highways, all kinds, there's Uber, there's
Yeah.
lots of things. So what made you fall in love with Jamaica?
What made me fall in love with it was the fact that I felt embraced and included and just a part of without being a part of originally.
Yeah.
And so after that very first time that I was able to fully dive deep into it, it was like I never was coming back to a strange place. They always made me feel like home.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, and then they even tell you, they'll be like, "Welcome home," and you're like, "You know what? This is home. This is
It's like
definitely
comfy,
home."
cozy. It's so welcoming.
Okay, yes,
I
the food, the music, the people, like those, they become your people. It's amazing. So,
What's your favorite food?
oh man. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
One favorite. Okay. I would
What?
have to say maybe mangoes.
Oh, yes. I went to the grocery store because I'm back in America for just like a short time. And I went to the
Yeah.
grocery store because I'm used to my fresh fruits. No, I had to buy frozen mango here. So yeah, so fresh mango is your favorite. What about your like a dish? If you were gonna get a warm dish, what would you get?
Uh,
Rice and peas, jerk
that's so
chicken,
easy.
goat, curry. Do you,
Oh, it's the chicken. I don't know what it's called, but it's the chicken. They fry it and then smother it. And when it's fried, it's inside of like a plethora of vegetables.
oh,
Then
I
there's
don't.
like a little light sauce on it. You eat that with pumpkin rice. That is
What?
like the
Pumpkin
best.
rice.
Pumpkin rice. Like pumpkin
Oh,
rice, hands
what?
down. Yeah.
I don't know about this, so I gotta try
Woo!
this. Okay, when I
You
get
gotta get you
home. All
some
right.
pumpkin rice. Get you some pumpkin rice.
What? All right. Y'all hear that? Oh, I love that. Well, you see what the food. Let me say something about the food, okay? Home style
Mhm.
chicken is Facebook user. Is that what she's referring to?
That's not what it's called. I know when I
No.
see it, but that ain't it.
All
It's
right.
I gotta work on my yeah,
You better.
what is
Well, I have a Jamaican cookbook. I'll look in it for you. I've never
okay,
used the
good.
cookbook because I don't cook, but maybe I'll give it to you. Um, the food. I would say this that the food in Jamaica is so much fresher. I'm sure it's organic. Listen, KFC in Jamaica is like a huge thing. In America, we don't go to KFC.
Yeah,
In Jamaica, the line is wrapped around the building down the street. It's crazy. And I
yes.
and I Googled it. I'm gonna do a TikTok on this because it's organic and they use different spices than they do in America. So I mean, everything's
Mhm.
better in Jamaica. And I will say this that so this is zero sugar Coke. In Jamaica, it's no sugar Coke. The ingredients are different. The Pepsi ingredients are different. Even if you get macaroni and cheese, the Kraft in the
It's
blue box, there's no dye in it. Can you believe that? Everything is better in Jamaica. So, we've been several times to Jamaica, been to resort, off the resort, and we both have retreats coming up, and this travel advisory has a lot of people shook. Seriously, not us, but it's got a lot of people who are scared. Okay, and the U.S. government said do not travel to Jamaica because it's unsafe because you cannot get good medical care. And I would like to speak on the medical care for a sec, if that's okay. I went to the doctor at the resort, and I will say that when you go to the doctor in America, what do they do the whole time? They type. They type the whole time. Now you're sitting there 30 minutes and they've typed, and now they're getting ready to leave and they haven't even addressed anything. I waited 15 minutes. The doctor came, assessed my ear infection. I got antibiotics from the doctor on the spot. And then I had to go home to where my house is in Jamaica, and I needed a different antibiotic because my infection had been going on too long, right? And I went to a doctor in town, and it was like an old-fashioned doctor. Took great care of me. I didn't have to wait for all this typing. He addressed things, and he actually even like did a full thing, addressed my low iron and other things that you'd have to go to America. They tell you come back another time to talk about that. We're only going to talk about one thing. I got excellent medical care in Jamaica, and I understand what they're saying. They might not have the means to take care of all these issues. Buy travel insurance then, and you can go back to Miami or something. I don't know. What would you say about this? And one more thing, I have life-threatening food allergies and all kinds of medical conditions, and I feel safe and secure that they can help me. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, definitely. I agree. I don't ever feel like my health is at question when I'm there. As a matter of fact, if I'm gonna be like real honest and open about it, just for the simple fact of being able to breathe a different type of air,
Air. Oh, the air.
the water.
Water.
Like, even when you're drinking the water from tap, I promise you, the longest that I've stayed there in my earlier times was a month. I stayed 1 month in Jamaica eating whatever I wanted to eat, including KFC. I lost 15 pounds
Oh,
easily.
snap. I'm going to be so skinny.
Easily. Easily. I did not do anything extra. I mean, outside of like, yeah, I get to move around a whole lot more, but I ate. When I say I ate, I
The
ate.
food is different.
It's totally different. But
Mhm.
also when you go, say for example, you do have to go to the doctor or go to the dentist, you have the ability to go into a private place where you pay out of pocket. My biggest lesson with paying out of pocket was like I had an ex of mine had to get a surgical procedure, and I did inquire when I came back to the States for the same things, how
Yeah.
much it would cost. Do you
Yeah.
know from the beginning to end, that
Yeah.
surgical procedure, that doctor was there for everything for him, all the way down to his prescription, follow-up visits, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
It cost less than we would have had to pay out of pocket having insurance in the States. It
Yeah.
didn't make sense to me. It didn't make
No,
sense.
it's crazy. It makes me kind of sad though, because when I went to the doctor in my town, it cost 30 US dollars or maybe
Mhm.
20. And it broke my heart because I felt like he gave me such good care. I would have paid 10 times that. Right.
Right.
But yeah, it's not a lot of money, and
It's not
so
at
don't be
all.
afraid if they're like you'll have all these costs, because one of the travel advisory from the US said your Medicaid, your Medicare won't be covered in Jamaica. Listen,
You're better off.
you're yes, you are better off.
You're better
Yes.
off. And I work in healthcare. I
Oh,
can't tell you exactly what it
oh,
is
oh,
because I probably give it away, but
yeah,
I work in healthcare and around insurance, and I promise you, you're better off paying out of pocket in a foreign country. You'll
yeah.
get better attention, better care. Like, don't get me on that. We could talk about that a whole nother time.
Oh, yeah. Listen, and let me tell you, when I went to the doctor in my town, so he gave me what I needed because now I had a sinus infection, right? My psoriasis was flared up. It was down to here. I looked a mess. Okay. I went to get the prescription, 3 prescriptions. Okay. Antibiotics, something else, and this cream for my face, 30 US dollars.
Wow, I
It was
believe.
like crazy,
Yeah.
and it's just so very inexpensive. Facebook user, who are
Yeah.
you? We're all going to be moving to Jamaica. Come on, the more the merrier.
Let go.
Let's
Let go.
go. Yeah, so I'm not concerned about this travel advisory because I know a lot of people are, but listen to what we are saying. Like we've experienced it. I don't know if the people who write these advisories experience it, because just like when you
No.
go to the grocery store or you go to Kohl's or you go wherever, and they just change their whole like computer system, and the cashiers are struggling. And I always say the same thing: the people who make the decisions, the people who buy those cash registers, they don't work in the store. They don't know how difficult they just made it. I don't know if the people who wrote this have been there. I don't know, and I don't know what their experience was. But you got two people here who we love Jamaica, and we're women and we feel safe. We feel safe, right? You feel safe, right? We didn't even talk about this. You
All
feel
the
safe?
time, all the time. My thing is, when has Jamaica not been on under travel advisory?
This is true, and it's not just Jamaica. There's other places that are on there, but true. But you
Exactly.
also have to look at Jamaica's like this big, you know? And then look at the US, right? And do we need to talk about the crime and what just happened last week with all the stuff that happened? Like there's a lot of stuff that happens everywhere. I grew up in New York City. The crime happens there. Then I lived in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is super small, which had a high crime rate. It's great. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I'd never felt unsafe. And I was just at Jewel Grand. That's where my retreat is going to be, and in Mo Bay, Montego Bay, and they have like these wristbands. Okay, so there's security in front of each building, right? So there's several buildings on there, and you can't get in without showing that. There's security. What about for the experiences the places that you've stayed or where your retreat is going to be? Is there security? How will people feel safe?
Yeah, it's a gate. It's a whole gate where we're gonna be. And I also gotta put that out there. I am not a big fan of all-inclusive resorts. So for me to do something at an all-inclusive resort is huge. Is huge. But in the one we're gonna be staying in, it's the Royal Decameron. There's Montego Bay and then there's Cornwall Beach. They're right next to each other, sister properties. But you literally It's a big security gate and then like a podium where it's secured with like man
So you
security.
can't come in. So same as Joel. So you can't get in
We
unless
just
you tell
walk
them
in.
your name. They look at the paper. They lift the thing up,
It's
right?
a lot. Yeah,
Okay.
and then they have to open the gate even if somebody is trying to drive in there. Cause like
Yes.
even my driver, I'm gonna have to have my driver's information and stuff
Mhm.
right there or as a registered guest with me because they can't just come in and out of that place. It's
Right.
secure.
Yeah, nobody's like, okay, go on. No,
Yeah.
they need to look at your name. You need to say who you are, and I could say that I was in Ocho Rios in the summer, right? And
Mhm.
there was like some issue and they didn't have my name on the paper. They had to call the front desk office, verify with my ID before they would let me come onto the property. I'm telling y'all, it is
Mhm.
safe. You're secure,
It's like that with the private residences also.
Yes,
So
true.
like it's a house that I stay in Montego Bay. Like it's hard as Hades to get inside of that neighborhood.
Is it
And it's a
Airbnb?
complex. There's Airbnbs inside of there. Yeah, but it's a private residence, private neighborhood. Then apartment complexes. This apartment complex I like to stay inside of Kingston, man security. Like you
Oh
can't
yeah.
go in and out of there
Oh,
at
I
all.
yeah. Let me. I felt like yes. So I've stayed in a lot of Airbnbs in Jamaica, and the one of them I stayed in Kingston. Man, it was a lot. There was
They're
the
serious.
guard. Right.
Yeah.
And when you get in, you got to have this key thing, and you got to go through like 3 doors. I mean, it was so many doors. Like they could have been in Guinness Book of World Records. Okay.
Yeah. It's secure.
Yes,
And then
it
you
is.
have your aunties guarding the gate too, so they really aren't letting anybody come in.
Nobody's coming in there to get you. You're lucky you can get in. I'm just kidding.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. It's very, very safe. This is how we feel. We feel very safe. Okay. Now, when I was a couple weeks ago, I was in Montego Bay, and I went to downtown Montego Bay. I was very impressed. So I got on the bus from my resort. It took me there. I walked around by myself and nobody's bothering me. And so I felt safe. Now, some people, so I know for my retreat, I don't know if anyone's gonna leave and do excursions. I'm encouraging people to go to the flying dress thing and do other things. I don't know what people are gonna do because they're coming there for the work part, right? So I don't know if anyone's gonna leave. Mine is at the all inclusive, right? But for yours, you guys are not at the all inclusive, right? And
It is all
it
inclusive.
is all inclusive. Okay, it is. I didn't realize. Okay, but good. Well, you just said you didn't like all inclusive, so I
I
didn't know.
don't. I
Yeah.
don't.
Wait, let's tell everyone what all inclusive is. They might not know.
All inclusive is literally as it sounds. So you'll have your hotel stay. They include all of your food and beverages,
Alcohol.
inclusive of alcohol. Yeah. And so depending on the level of the resort that you stay in, sometimes like you'll have a resort where it just includes like is it I don't like calling it bottom shelf, but the lower end, lower
Oh,
tiered
oh,
alcohol.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have some resorts where it includes top tier alcohol. So
Right.
that's all your name brands and all of that.
Yes. Yeah.
Your non-motorized activities,
Yes. The water.
they'll have shows, they'll have like they'll have a lot of different things going on to keep you busy, but it's
Yes.
all there on
You
the
never
resort.
have to leave.
Yeah.
And I'll say I stayed at Rio, and I don't think that
Mhm.
that my room service was included, but at Jewel Grand,
Oh, yeah.
room service was included.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Royalton had room service included too. Yeah.
Oh, look at it. Listen, we need to listen. If you work for that hotel, you better send them this video because we need to get some credit. We're gonna be
Yeah, I
selling the
know.
rooms for that.
More promotions.
Yeah, this is our commercial for you. So all inclusive, you go there, it's gated, you don't have to leave unless you want. But I believe you're doing some excursions, right?
Oh yeah. With anytime you travel with Vibes Travel First of all, I can't have the name of a vibe if I'm not providing a vibe. And so
Yeah,
definitely
that's a t-shirt.
behind the vibe, you are going to be getting included, or how do you say, child?
Not
Sorry,
excluded.
I had a lot of espresso a little late today.
Well, I'm glad you said it was espresso. No, I'm just kidding.
But whenever you travel with
You mean
Vibes Travel,
included?
we are going to be getting off of the resort. It's included in the package pricing.
Mm.
So, and I don't mean also that we're going to be doing excursions that you hear the same people doing all of the time. We are always going to be making sure that you are getting to know the places and areas that we are going to be traveling to. So, you're always going to get outside of the resort walls with me.
So,
Definitely.
are you with the people?
Yeah, we'll be with
Okay.
them.
So you're
I'm
staying with your.
travel with them. Yeah, I'm
Oh, you
always
should.
going to be traveling with them on those group trips.
I love that. So, are
Yeah.
you taking for like a real Jamaican experience? Like, I just read something about some Rasta village or something. Like, what are you
Yes.
doing? How are you
I'm
doing
taking them
rafting?
to the Rasta.
I read about the
We,
rafting.
yeah, we are going to the Rasta Safari Village.
Nice.
That is in Westmoreland Parish. Also, they get to experience 3 parishes for one trip with mine.
What? Wait, which
So
parishes are you going?
we're going to Westmoreland, we're going to St. Anne, and then of course flying into St. No, that Montego Bay is located in
I'm not. I'm not Jamaican on Wednesdays. That's what I say. I can't remember something.
oh,
You know
sorry.
where I live. And you didn't mention my parish, okay? So if people don't know what a parish is, like your state. This is the state she's going to, okay? So if you know what we forgot, right? What is it? What's Montego Bay?
Why am I having a moment?
We don't know the name of the parish, but we know that we go there and it's safe. We don't need to know all that. But I do want to say this though. If you look at the travel advisory, the places they're saying not to go, most local people aren't even going anyway. So I don't know. We gotta go. St. James, our friends on here.
Yes,
She's
thank
probably
you.
dying. She's just like, man, these two.
Thank you, Mimi.
Okay, so you're going to 3 different parishes.
Yes,
She
yes,
lives in that area. She
yes,
knows.
she does. Yes.
All right. So you're gonna take them on the Rasta Safari tour. What else are you doing?
We're going to the Blue Hole in Ocho Rios, which is in
Oh,
St. Anne,
yes.
and pretty much spend the day up there. So I don't know. Who knows what else we can get into while we're there. Um, why am I having a moment? Oh, we're going to be
And
going to the
Kingston?
clubs located in St. James. This
Oh,
one won't include Kingston, but I will be including a Kingston trip one. Like,
no. Well, let me know. I
yes,
love
definitely.
Kingston.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go to the clubs. You're gonna listen to the music.
Go to the clubs, listen to the music, just go around and eat and just enjoy, live life.
Live life.
Yeah.
That's the key. If you really want, if ever anyone watching wants to really understand, for me, what Jamaica is all about, it's truly enjoying and loving the life that you have, right? And being in the moment. So I feel like in America, we're just like work, 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 work to buy all this material stuff, to be miserable, to be in debt, right? And we eat all this
Definitely.
crap food, right? But in Jamaica, there's always music playing. It's always lively. The vibe is it's just exciting. And I just feel like it's welcoming and warm. And here I don't feel the same in America. When's the last time you were driving around and you just hear fabulous music playing? You don't, right? So the vibe is just the people are enjoying their life. And that's how I feel when I'm there, that I can just enjoy my life. What about you? You feel like that?
Yeah, I feel alive.
Alive.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
definitely.
Yeah. So if you're stressed out, you're working. working from paycheck to paycheck. You're working too much. You're not enjoying, you're not eating healthy food. Get your little hiney to Jamaica. Okay.
Yes.
That's, that's what I would say. And I mean, I felt like people welcomed me. Like I'm walking around the town where I live. I felt that, I felt that people welcomed me, and there's no other way we can say this than the vibe, right? It's just,
Definitely.
it's a whole vibe.
Yeah, it is. And I know one of the conversations that it seems like a hot topic lately,
Yeah.
but there's this saying that Martin Luther King had when he went, and basically stating when he goes, he feels like a human being.
Oh.
Um, and it's like right now there's so much racial tension and division amongst us. Like it's not even just in the States, it's going on in the UK, it's going on in different parts of Canada, and I'm sure there's other areas or other places that are more familiar where it's occurring. But within Jamaica, I know the slogan of out of many one people exists. You have some people trying to challenge that, and I have to say I don't agree with that, because for the most part you go there, people don't see you as a race necessarily. I'm not saying no one does
Right.
whatsoever.
But they
I'm just
don't
saying
have the same
majority.
racism like it's in America.
Exactly. It's mostly a conversation about like what your culture is, but then in order for that to happen, you have to engage in a conversation, right? It's
Right.
not something just about looking at you. When you're engaging in a conversation, we're having these things, interacting with one another, which creates more building or bonding relationships as long as we're respectful to each other.
Right.
So that's also
Exactly.
what got me attracted to that country.
Yes, yes. I hear a lot of one love when I'm there, Um, I feel very comfortable, and I feel comfortable walking around. I feel comfortable being there. I mean, I'm moving there. Like if it was so unsafe, do you think me with medical conditions would be moving there? I think not. So if you're worried to go to Jamaica, listen to what we have to say about this, and give it a shot. There's so many places, in this world that, that things could happen anywhere. Truly, something could happen outside of your own home, but don't stop yourself from living. Don't deprive yourself of that vibe that we're talking about, right?
Mhm.
Oh, Millie's on here. She's coming to my retreat. She says, I can't wait. And you know what? She lives on an island as well. And she notices a difference in her body. Oh, I'll say something. I don't know if you experience this. I have a lot of medical issues and a lot of pain. I live with chronic pain.
Mm.
Not when I'm in Jamaica. There's
Yes.
something with the air. What do you notice a difference? I don't know if you have any aches and pains, but man, I can walk in Jamaica. I cannot walk so far here.
Yeah, I do. I do notice it. It's I don't know, but I guess the aches and pains coming with age with me. Plus the fact that I'm a big gal, okay? So it's a lot of weight on these hips and thighs and things. But when I'm there, it encourages me to get to moving a little bit more. Plus the humidity helps me.
Yeah.
Um, I live in the desert, for God's sakes. It's dry and dusty. I'll call it a dust bowl. So when I'm there, it's like ointment on my ligaments or
Yes.
something. I don't know what it is, but
Yes.
it just does something different to me. And like I said, even something simple as the water, it changes things.
Yes. And I will say there's something magical about that water there. I was just thinking, so just so you guys know, I have to drink a lot of water. I have this water condition. Okay. I cannot get dehydrated. So I also have to have a lot of salt. So literally I carry these bags of pickles with me in my purse. And I noticed a couple weeks ago, I didn't need my pickles. I could carry these salt packets, all this stuff. And I was like, now I'm back in America. In the past 2 days, guess what? I got cramps in my legs. I feel dehydrated. The only difference is the water is different here. So man, we need to bottle up the air. We need to bottle the water. We need to start a business with shipping Jamaica. I don't know. But it's amazing how that environment, can change your heart and your body and your mind, right? So I would encourage people to travel to Jamaica. And what's if a woman said to you, I'm too scared to go, what would you say?
One, I try to understand what her fears are, because you have to be able to identify what the fears are in order to say that you're scared. I could tell you I'm scared of a big roach. The reason why I'm scared of that big roach, that bad boy could fly possibly.
Yeah,
I can tell you
I'm
why.
in New York City. I'm well aware.
But yeah, when on identifying what the fears are, then we can kind of tackle it one by one. I know one of the most general fears that women have is that they're scared of being I don't like to say it. It's not attacked, but basically being approached.
For
I don't
someone
know
to
if they're
sell them
scared
something, you mean?
that they'll believe. I don't know if that's what it is, but
Wait, say it again. Come, come again.
I'm trying not to say it.
What are you
Like, are
saying?
you are
What
you
is she?
scared of being like swept off your feet by words?
What?
That's
By
what
the water
that's
or
what
a waiter? Did you
by
say
words.
what?
By words.
By
By
words.
words.
Oh, I
Come
thought
out of
you
their mouth.
said. So wait, you're telling me that women don't want to go to Jamaica because they're afraid they're gonna find a man? Is that what
I
you
don't know. That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, are you
listen?
scared of being swept off your feet?
Well, why would you be afraid of that? You can meet your soulmate.
I would go welcome with open arms.
You
But I don't know. I wonder. Sometimes I wonder, is that what the biggest fear is? Like,
Is it? If that's the person's greatest fear is
are
that they're gonna find their soulmate, they need something else wrong with
are
them.
you scared of?
Okay,
Are you?
wait a minute. Who's scared to go to Jamaica? Type it in the chat. And why are you scared? Okay, because we gotta address this right now. All right. Well, I thought you were gonna say, some people like on Facebook chats will be like, I'm so scared because I don't want to be on the beach and I don't want anyone to approach me and try to sell me something. That is
Exactly. That's what I'm.
that's what you were trying to say.
Think about it. You're laying on the beach enjoying your life,
Oh,
and somebody walk up to you with a smooth accent or something. What are you really scared of? You're scared of being swept away by the words coming out of the mouth.
I see. Well, look what Millie just said. She said Millie met her soulmate in the Virgin Islands. Okay. So I'll say, ladies, that's crazy. So we're not going to be scared of that. Okay. If they're
Yes.
scared someone's going to come up to them and try to sell them something that they don't want to purchase, all they have to say is, no, thank you.
No.
Isn't that what you would do in New York City? Isn't that what you do in Atlanta? Isn't that what you would do
Right.
anywhere? No, thank you. Is it that
Right.
hard? No, thank you. I mean, so that's your greatest fear. All right. If there's anyone who's got some fears, type it now or forever hold your peace. We're gonna answer them now. We're gonna help you. It's therapy time. Oh, nobody's scared. Patricia's coming to the retreat. I'm excited to travel.
There
We
you
can't wait to
go.
see you. Yeah, this is gonna be good. All right. Mhm. All right. Well, so
Funny.
we all we can do is tell you that we've traveled there. We love it there. I'm moving there permanently, like this. Just trust what we're saying. Give it a try, If you want to come to my retreat, let me give you the information. Where is it? Okay, so I want you to, this is it, text retreat to this number, and I want you to put, say your name. Yvonne.
Yvonne.
Yvonne. Type the letter Y. Type YVONNE, and we're going to enter you to get extra special goodies if you come. So so my retreat is in May. Mine's for entrepreneurs, right? Or anyone who wants to start a business. And tell us about your retreat, because I would love to hear about yours. So yours is in June, right?
Yep, mine is in June.
I tried, y'all, to get her to come to mine,
It's
and
too
then
close.
stay until hers. But she said she couldn't do that because she works another job in addition to her business. But we're going to change that.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We're
I'm
working on
gonna
it.
live one day. I'm gonna live one day.
That's right. So tell us about yours, and they can follow you, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, let me take.
Um,
So wait, so is what your name on Facebook? Is that where
yeah,
they should
the
follow you, or you're
easiest
just
way to follow me by my name on Facebook.
okay? I'm
Uh,
gonna take here.
all of my business information is inside of my like bio, or you'll see me posting it.
Is that right?
Um, yep, that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Um, Mine's is June 12th through the 17th. Mine's is on a payment plan right now. So my travelers, they have put down deposits and they have been paying as they can or wish.
Yeah,
Um, Payments, I believe, May 1st.
there too.
Pay however you want to, as long as you pay by May 1st.
Nice.
Um, yeah, it's the 12th. Did I say it? The 12th through the 17th. We're
Yes.
flying to Montego Bay,
All right.
and we're going to be staying in Montego Bay and then taking our excursions to the other two parishes from there.
It's exciting. I'm
Yeah,
so excited.
definitely.
You guys can come to mine and stay till hers. Mine is Montego Bay too. This is great. So please reach out to either one of us for more information. If you have questions you didn't feel like asking publicly about Jamaica, please, please, please. Hold on. Somebody said, I'm scared of getting lost, so that's why I want to travel with a group. Well, there you go. You're not going to get lost. If you come to mine, we're staying on the resort. You go to her, she's with you.
Yep. And I'll get you encouraged to travel on your own or get to know your bearings.
Exactly. You're not going to get lost. Millie said, what about food allergies? Okay, so I can address that. I'm sure you can as well. So the places that I've stayed, I just asked to speak to the head chef when I come in. So first of all, I can tell you where mine is at Jewel Grand, when you walk in, before you're seated, they ask you how many, your room number, and if you have any food allergies. They ask you before you even go in. And then I always just say, can I speak with the head chef? And I tell them my allergies. I talk about ingredients, and they typically make my food fresh for me if there isn't an option or they're unsure or if I feel nervous. I had no problems. And the head pastry chef made me my own pastries for every single night. Sometimes I just say, can I have my dessert, please, first? What about for you? How do you handle food allergies?
It's the same thing. Just make sure you're in communication with whomever is cooking, or as suggested, the head chef. I've never seen where any establishment, whether it's public or like inside of the hotels or outside of the hotels, well, they'll have a problem with accommodating your needs.
Yes. I go, y'all know this girl loves Wendy's Jamaica. Okay. I love me Wendy's Jamaica. I've had such a good experience. Burger King in Jamaica as well. And it's different ingredients than in America, but listen, so yeah, so Millie's excited about that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, we hope to see you guys at hers, mine, both of ours. We hope to hear from you, and we hope that you will share this video out, because we're not happy that people are saying don't go to Jamaica, because we've had such lovely experiences and we want others to enjoy it. Plus, the main business source of income is tourism.
Yeah.
So support local businesses when you're there, please. We would love that. If you're shopping, if you're going on her excursions, it sounds like you're going to be stopping at places to support local businesses. If you want to go on excursions outside of that, I'm sure she has people she can recommend. Or if you want to take some with mine, I'll reach out to Yvonne and ask her, like, who would you recommend? Because we want to support local business as well. So thank you, my friend. Do you have any final thoughts or anything you want to say before we go?
No. Well, a little bit, I guess. If anyone is on here watching and you see the different names that are joining us on Facebook, I do want to shout out Mimi. Mimi is the owner and operator of Urban Explorer Tours. Mimi has been so intricate in my entire journey throughout Jamaica in general. So she is someone that I would highly suggest as a trusted source of driving or give you cultural immersion trips. It like I guarantee you, if you come to me regarding trying to relocate there, especially around Montego Bay area, she could do it island wide, honestly.
Yes.
Then
Mimi,
she will
drop your links in the chat, Mimi.
yeah. So hit up Mimi. She's one
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
I will always send you to her. Um, I just have my trusted people that I go to,
Yes.
so we
Yes.
can set you up if that's what you
Yes.
want.
So don't live in fear. You got your girls here who are going to help you. Okay. So
Yeah.
don't live in fear. If you go night night tonight and you're dreaming of the island vibes, hit one of us up. So you can come to our retreats or both of the retreats. And, just don't put things off. And I'll just say something really quick. My mom is from Argentina. Okay. But my mom never went to England. She never went to London. She was going to go, but something happened there and there was trouble getting medicine. So she canceled her trip. When it was time to go again, she had a stroke. She never got to go to London. My grandmother wanted to go to Hawaii. She started to book her trip and she passed away. She never got to go. So my whole thing is, I'm not wishing anything bad on anyone. I'm just saying that you have today. Live in the moment, book the trip, and go already. Stop putting it off till you lose weight, gain weight, get divorced, get whatever, have a baby, the baby grows up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just go and enjoy life. And that's what Jamaicans would say is just enjoy. Life is to enjoy, right?
Definitely.
Right. Well, I hope to see you again. I hope to see you in real life. I'll be there then. So hopefully I can go and give you a hug in Mobay during that time. Actually, I will actually be in Mobay during the time of your retreat. So I'm maybe you and Mimi can get together.
We'll have to do something. Yeah, I'll be there if you
too. We'll all be there. The three musketeers, me, you, and Mimi. All right. Well, thank you again for being on. Okay.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, tell us if you're going to go to Jamaica. Type JA in the chat. If you want more information, again, reach out to either one of us. As they would say in Jamaica, good night. Bye.